Welcome to the Waldock Way. Today's video is going to be a look inside Wild Math, an outdoor curriculum guide for first grade by Rachel Tidd. So I'm going to go ahead and show you inside the table of contents now. I'm going to make sure I hold it close enough that you can actually see it. So the first grade math topics covered are numbers and place value, patterns, place value, addition and subtraction, and then you have measurement and data. So you can see all the different addition and subtraction covered within that. And then you have measurement and data. Then you have money, geometry, and then she also gives you some tabletop game lists and other resource materials. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and show you inside it now. So the first thing you have is an introduction. So she tells you about the author, how to use the guide, and any other information you might need. Then you have the first grade math topics. So here she gives you the recommended supplies, how to prepare the materials, and then information for a pocket-sized math kit on the go. So there's only about 7 things needed for a pocket-sized math kit. I'm sorry, there's 9 things total. And then what if you live in a city or have a tiny yard? And then details for weather and season. So there's basically something for everybody in here. You have going out in all seasons, extreme weather, then you get right into the different math topics. So you have within numbers and place values, you have count up to 120 from any number below 120. Read and write numbers up to 120. Count items in a group or collection accurately and reliably up to 100. Skip count 2s, 5s, and 10s. And as you can see within each one, so like for instance, here's patterns. Here's all of the different ideas for patterns. And then at the end of each one is a recommended book list. So there's always about 3 to 8 books for each topic that could go along with that. So you have place value, and within that you have tell how many 1s and 10s are in a number. And then again, recommended books. Show that numbers 11 through 19 are a combination of 10 and 1, comparing 2-digit numbers using the greater than, less than, or equal signs. Then within addition and subtraction, you have addition facts within 20, counting on instead of counting each number or object, double facts, double plus 1 facts, combinations of 10, doubles plus 2, subtraction facts within 20, and then activities that practice all of the facts. Then you have using the relationship between addition and subtraction, missing number problems within 20, commutative property of addition, associative property of addition, word problems with number combinations up to 20, word problems with fewer and more, adding 3 numbers, add a 2-digit number and a 1-digit number, add a 2-digit number and a multiple of 10, subtract multiples of 10, add or subtract 1s and 10s with a 1 or 2-digit number, and then adding 2-digit numbers without regrouping. Then you get to measurement and data, and within that you have ordering links from shortest to longest, measuring links with units of the same size by lining them up end to end, read and interpret, collect and organize data, bar graphs, tables, and tally charts. And then within money, you have coin identification and worth. And then within geometry, you have recognizing and naming 2D shapes, attributes like numbers of sides and corners. Recognizing and naming basic 3D shapes such as cylinder, sphere, cube, rectangular, prism, pyramid, and cone. Composing and decomposing plane of solid figures, for instance, putting 2 triangles together to make a quadrilateral. Identifying halves and fourths or quarters. Identifying shapes having line symmetry, complete line symmetry shapes or designs. Weight and capacity or volume. Then she gives you all of her sources. She gives you some top tabletop games for first grade, and she splits them up. So here's your addition, subtraction, your place value, strategy or problem solving, money, fractions, graphing, geometry, and patterns. And there's also a few printables in the back for like heavier, lighter, or the same for recording. You have a few different graphs. How many spoons of sand, comparing bottles and containers, how many hands, how many feet, the biggest collection game sheet, first grade Yahtzee board. You have some flashcards and a sample graph. Now this time of year, we love being outside in spring and summer, so that is definitely when we're going to be pulling this out. So instead of doing our regular math, we will be using this. So this is not what we'll be using solely, personally. However, I do think there is plenty in here to make an entire first grade year. I mean, she gives you tons of samples and ideas and goes through pretty much what you just saw, all of the first grade standards. I also wanted to let you guys know that if you hop over to my Instagram tomorrow, we will be giving away a copy of Wild Math in your choice of grades. So there's a kindergarten, a first grade, a second and third, and I'm pretty sure a fourth grade one coming out soon. So if you would like a chance to win that, hop on over to my Instagram tomorrow to see the details for that. And also, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I leave a code right here. It is SPRING, and that will give you 15% off if you go ahead and order a copy of Wild Math now.